Good morning and good evening, fellow South Sudanese across the globe in Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, and elsewhere around the world. On May 29th, I participated here, where exactly I'm sitting, discussing the state of affairs of South Sudan with regard to ongoing political transition. Some of you probably might have heard it like a joke or one of those live video, but these were very serious uncertainties of our time as a generation. Tonight, I embark on trying to shed some few lights on the ongoing conversation. I will be positive. I will not pinpoint accurate information being in negative format because number one, we still have a country we have to run. We still are people toward the future, but going back to day 29 to the present, you would have seen that some of the stuff that I've told you that are unfolding as we enter into the new era of Bolomel leadership are now becoming the reality of what we are now talking about. Number one, the terminations of the parliament and trying to get the country into a martial order, and the exit of the president visiting the United Emirates and his medical leave, and now what acting President Bolomel. All of these are not just coincidence. These are things that were bound to happen. And if you would have thought you know it all, now you will be waking up more even confused than you would have thought of yourself. All I can assure you is that there will be no business as usual in South Sudan as we know it. Bolomel is scared to death. Is scared of being questioned by South Sudanese, is scared of his legitimacy, is scared of everything there is. And any caretaker government always feel intimidated by the voices such as myself and other people. Now, here's what I know as a breakdown. Leading to where we are right now, a couple of weeks ago, there was a under the table discussion between the United States government, Great Britain, China, and Russia on how to respond in the event if Bolomel become the president of South Sudan. Here's what I know so far from that discussion. If Bolomel become the president of South Sudan through handpick, he lose legitimacy in the world. He will not be recognized by China, and he will not be recognized by United Kingdom. He will not even be recognized by United States as a president. That's the irony. The second option would be if Bolomel would coup the president and become a coup leader of South Sudan. He definitely have an opportunity to be recognized as a president, because coups today are the model of African leadership in West Africa. You have seen all these young people coupping their all leaders and become legitimate president. That's the only scenario Bolomel can be recognized globally as the president of South Sudan, if he end up coupping the president, the sitting president, Salva Kiir Mayardit. Now, the other legitimate way would be if Bolomel would really wait and give the leadership to the military, say that the military themselves can be the one to transition the government into election. And if he's lucky enough to be elected president, that's how he get his legitimacy. Now, if you were to ask me, what was this visit of the president to United Emirates about? I think to you, who is not politically open-minded and able to see things the way I see them from global security perspective and global politics, you would think it was just a coincidence. The president left South Sudan and went to United Emirates, did some business, bilateral agreements, and Vision 2030. None of all of that was just a mirror, a smoking mirror, to tell you that, hey, I had left for medical leave, and now you'll have to deal with your new president. Under Bolomel, there will be no rules of law in the country. Everything is just going to be militarily governed. And days of oppositions and days of vice presidents and days of parliament that amount to nothing will not exist. As a new president of South Sudan, that you and I will have to get used to, because there's no any other way you could deny the fact that this boy or this young man is no longer going to be the president. Of course, whichever way he's going to be the president, I guess we'll have to dip our head in the sand and accept the reality, given the fact that our voices are not given an opportunity in electoral votes, so that we can vote whoever we want to vote. So this is where we are right now as a nation. We are a nation that has been governed by transition since independence, and will continue to be a nation that will continue to be governed through military rules and transition. I have nothing personal against Bolomel. Bolomel is a South Sudanese like myself, like millions others. He has every right to contest for the presidency. If he's elected, I salute him as a comrade, and I'll work with him. I don't have any personal grudges against. But the model in which he was brought into power is what is exactly puzzling. To me, it is not puzzling. I've worked with them. I know their power maneuvering techniques and all those stuff. So now, in summary, in short, there's only two ways Bolomel can be legitimate. And if Bolomel is listening, he needs to listen very careful on this topic. There's only two ways. Bolomel loses legitimacy if he chooses to be handpicked. He loses legitimacy of being recognized as a president by the United States where I live. He loses legitimacy by being recognized by United Kingdom, by China, and by Russia. Because number one, South Sudan is a sovereign nation. It's not a kingdom where you can just swap any person you want based on whose interest model. Number two, if Bolomel were to succeed to become a president, he will have to rally the military behind him and coup the sitting president. That's how he managed to be able to succeed in getting recognition by United States as a president, getting recognition by China as a president, getting recognition as a president by Russia. All of those two scenarios are the one on the table. Now, in the absence of the president being in medical leave for a certain known time of period of time to come, you will begin to see swift changes within the circle of J1. Everything you thought you know around J1, you can forget about it. You can forget about it because Bolomel has his own people that are going to operate with him in changing the narrative of how J1 work. If you are an opposition from IO and other political parties, you can forget about the days of political parties oppositions, because this guy will tell you, I was not elected president. I was handpicked president. So if you have any problem with the election, go and ask Salva Kiir. If you have any problem with the way I'm running the country, go and ask Salva Kiir. So because he doesn't have a mandate from the people of South Sudan, so why would he respect the Arusha Agreement and all the opposition clause that brought us about here? If you're a vice president of South Sudan, your days of being vice presidents are limited, because under the Bolomel there will be only one vice president, not 5 of them, because these 5 of them still scare him to govern as an individual. So now you have it, my people. Share this thought. Let's watch unfolding. And now we have an era of a new young president, Dr. Bolmel. And here we are. A couple of weeks ago, it sounded like this is just a joke, but now it become a reality. So you woke up with this reality. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it, you have to deal with the reality as unfolding. Once again, this is Akum, and I'm here to follow up on my last conversation on day 29 on the state of affairs. Thank you for watching.